The girl might not realize that she was already dead. Her sister delivered a memorial speech on stage. She ran up and looked at her sister with a shocked face. "See, I'm not dead. I'm here. Come on, Sterling." The people under the stage didn't hear her voice at all. She looked back at her sister, but her sister only said, "Now you can choose to stay in your seats or come up to see Tuka for the last time." Tuka ran up to the coffin in horror. What she saw was her own body. She collapsed, her eyes full of helplessness. Unable to accept the reality, she ran away. Just a day ago, she ran a race with her sister in the street. When she came home, she saw a dilapidated altar. The rituals for the funeral were unbelievable. They even prepared these two formalistic little things for the people who were dead. Tuka never thought of those things would form an indissoluble bond with the owner of this altar. At night, Tuka quarreled with her sister. Tuka ran out to chase after her sister for an apology, but a car approached quickly. Her sister reminded her that a car was coming. Get out the way, but she just thought that her sister was joking. The next second, it was the next day when she woke up. She sat up from the road. Seeing everyone walking to the church, she also followed them, coming to the church. And that was what happened at the beginning of the video. At this time, Tuka ran out, still in a state of shock. She couldn't accept the reality, but what could she do? She went to the scene of the accident and saw the altar set up for her. Now, she even doubted her belief. Am I dead? But why am I still here? Shouldn't I go to heaven? Tuka tried to jump twice. No one can see me. Nobody can hear me. At this time, the relatives around were comforting her sister. Sterling thought Tuka was hit because of her. On one side, Lee kept encouraging Sterling. He suggested Sterling coming to the bureau, urging the police to track down the hit-and-run driver. She thanked Lee for helping to appease Sterling. The two of them came to the bureau, but the police were very perfunctory. There were thousands of drivers. They couldn't find out. Sterling was angry. She shouted at them and angrily flipped the table. Then she left without saying anything. Tuka realized the others couldn't see her. She could blatantly collect intelligence in the gang. At the basketball court, two gangsters were talking about the car accident the other day. The police couldn't find the license plate. All they knew was it was a green car. You have to hide until the limelight passes. It's at Lex Garage, right? Tuka knew who was the driver that hit her. But how could she report to the police? The girl had realized she was already dead. She yelled out, "See? I'm not dead. I'm here." No one could see her. When she was wandering around, she heard the confession from the gangster. She went to find Sterling. She wanted to tell Sterling what she heard. She yelled at Sterling, "If there's anyone in the world who could hear me, it's you. Try. Come on. Dang it. Hey, just listen to me." Sterling started to run. Tuka could only run with her. The two were gaining speed. Just then, it started to work. Damn it. Sterling, listen. Lex Garage. Lex. Sterling seemed to be aware of something. Lex Garage. Sterling thought she had auditory hallucinations. But she came to Lex Garage doubtfully. Tuka also followed. They sneaked into the garage. The vehicle causing the accident was found inside. Uncovering the cloth, there was still wet paint. Then a man came in. Tuka reminded Sterling to run away. But Sterling, who couldn't hear the reminder, insisted on asking who the owner of the car was. The big man insisted that it was not the car causing the accident. Sterling was angry and picked up a stick. "One last warning, little girl. Go. You think I care? He killed my sister and drove away. This is nothing." Then the boss appeared at the scene and took out his gun. At the critical moment, there was a sudden noise behind him. Sterling ran away while the two gangsters weren't paying attention. While running away, Tuka accidentally bumped into a man. She didn't expect that he could see her. Driven by curiosity, she caught up with him. Turned out in his trip to China, he was trapped in the world of the dead. He thought a lot of ways and did a lot of things. So far, he couldn't reincarnate. He said he hoped to get a new pair of basketball shoes, but no one had sent him so far. But he didn't know his wish had become a vital condition for him. After that, his soul also wandered around the world. After he told her that he saw the cat that had been lost for 3 years reincarnated, Tuka was also inspired. Her wish was that Sterling could break the record and she could be admitted to the university. On the other side, to hear the voice of Tuka again, Sterling decided to run. As expected, Sterling heard Tuka's voice again. Tuka offered to help her for university admission. Then she could be reincarnated. Under the encouragement of her sister, Sterling finally broke the record. But bad things happened again. Sterling was stopped by the garage owner. He and his crew broke her legs without saying a word. The girl stood in the middle of the road. The bus passed by. It went directly through her without any difficulty. Because she was dead, she wandered in the world but could not be reincarnated. The only way to reincarnate was to fulfill her wishes, helping Sterling break the record and be admitted to the university. But Sterling suffered a devastating blow. To an athlete, her legs were her life. The next day came the goal of the game. Sterling insisted on participating despite the coach's opposition, because she wanted to reincarnate Tuka. In the beginning, she did show the results of training these days, taking the lead. But near the end, her legs hurt and she fell to the ground. But she dragged her injured leg across the finish line. Tuka watched her as tears ran down her face. She came to the rooftop. Though she couldn't run anymore, she was sure Tuka was with her. Because she failed to reincarnate Tuka, she was sad and anxious. Suddenly, a reversal came. Sterling saw the flashback of her sister. She could even touch her. But after a while, the reversal came again. The light suddenly flashed out. Tuka was about to be reincarnated. It started all over again. Time went back to the night of the car accident. Sterling was right next to her. It was like she was just having a strange dream. Tuka was very happy. When Tuka woke up, she did something that puzzled Sterling. She spent all her savings on a pair of sneakers and put it on the altar. It turned out that the owner of the altar was DJ. At this time, DJ looked at him not far away. His wish came true and he was reincarnated at the same time. This is the second episode of Amazing Stories called The Heat. People are always powerless when facing death. Some people just live the moment. There are unfulfilled wishes. While you are young, finish what you want to do. Work hard to fulfill your wishes. Don't waste your time, cherish every second. When you leave this world, you have nothing to regret. That's all for today. I'm Harry. I'll see you next time.